everybody. This is Ron of Mike and Ron. And now we're going to be talking to you about how to economize in hard times. What do you think, Mike? We got quite a list there.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Ron. What I would do is I'd write down your monthly expenses. This always helps, you know. Then everybody doesn't head for the money at the same time, you know.
Yeah, you got to see what you can do without and what you have to do with.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree with you. You know, if you can do without it, so be it. Whether you get a good paying job again, go back to the way you were.
All right, you've assembled quite a list there. Why don't you go down a list and I'll tell you what I've tried already or what I do already, and you tell me what you already do. Go ahead.
All right. Well, you know, truthfully, I bring my own lunch to work. You know, that's what I do also. I'm not going to pay those high prices, especially in this time now.
I've done that. Yes. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. I always stick to my shopping list. That's why I can't overbuy.
Yeah. If you don't have this, you usually end up buying more than you should have. Go ahead.
Oh, that's the God's honest truth. I told my other half, I'm only going in for one item. I came out with a half a cart full.
Right.
And she said, hey, I thought one item. I said, I got carried away.
Sure. Stick to the list. What else you got there?
Well, no, mostly guys, they can stock up on their razors if they wanted to. A good razor that will hold you for a good while.
Yeah, if they're on sale, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Now, also, what I like to do is a meatless Monday. You've heard of no meat on Friday? Our family does a meatless Monday.
Okay. You could stretch that to two days, maybe even 3.
That's right. If you buy a nice big enough piece, about $17 worth, cut it into thirds, there you got 3 meals.
Yeah, because meat prices are higher than ever now, so good idea. What else you got there?
Well, I always like to give myself a 30-day purchase period, okay? So I don't have to go back to the store for at least another 30 days. You know? This is a good rule of thumb to go by.
Well, yeah, travel expenses, that's what you're talking about, or what?
Well, there's extra gas you don't need to spend, wear and tear on your car, you know, just being out around people that could be infected, may I say. Okay?
Okay.
In some places you have people that doesn't wear a mask, which are totally ignorant, so you gotta take the chance.
Alrighty.
And what you can also do is put your finance goals down on paper. That's always the best. And
Okay.
I always come home, you know, with extra cash, you know, or extra change, I should say, you know. And I've got these 3 or 4 mayonnaise jars that are sitting on the shelf, you know.
Yeah.
One's for bills, one's for the house taxes, etc., you know. And I just toss the change up in there. If I have singles on me, it goes into the jar. You know?
Okay.
And the next mate's of unemployment check that comes in, we work off that again.
I do the change jar myself. I probably have 15 or 20 bucks worth of change in that jar, maybe more. There's a lot of quarters in there, you know.
My daughter, she's got at least a I would say that water jug you see in doctor's offices. Okay.
Yeah.
She got half of that filled with quarters.
There you go.
Yeah, for real.
Very good.
I can't even lift it up, it's so heavy.
I guess guess that's under economizing. Okay.
Oh yeah, she's been doing this for years. Now, also what I like to do is when I go to the office, okay, I bring my own coffee from home. Why pay at one of these local quick stops when you don't have to? Okay?
Right. Save a buck or two, yeah.
Well,
Gotcha.
I live on coffee, so I drink that all day long. So my point is about $7 to $8 worth of coffee per day. So I have my own coffee maker, so I bring the grounds from home, put it in my coffee maker, bam, and I'm done.
For that matter, you can put just your favorite drink for the day in a thermos instead of buying it out there, you know?
You could.
Right?
That's right.
Yeah. Whatever it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
What you can also do is you can sign up for prescriptions, you know, the retail services, by mail. Or you can do it by email. So
Okay.
and make sure that they have a free delivery service. This is also nice.
Okay. Now these are for your prescriptions if you have any, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
That's correct. Yes,
I
sir.
don't know if Americans have prescriptions, but there sure are a lot of them.
That's correct. They are. I'd say probably a third of America lives on prescriptions.
Interesting.
Another thing you really don't want to do is you don't want to shop hungry, because you can't think straight when you're hungry.
You buy too much, I know. Everything looks good, right? Yeah.
Well, you're not thinking straight when you're that hungry.
Eat a meal before you go shopping, right?
Yeah, you can nibble on something, yes.
I don't know about nibbling. Just eat a meal.
You could.
Can't be too uncomfortable shopping, though. You don't want to be too full, but you should eat something before you go shopping.
Mhm.
Eat and drink something. Yes.
You could. You can also if you haven't done it already, is sign up for the rewards credit card. Okay. This is something really nice to do. You take those points, you can turn them around and pay some type of bill with it. Okay.
Right.
I myself, I can't say what card I have for legal purposes, but I will say that I don't put no cash out because I pay everything on the card. I use the points to pay the other bills with.
Right. I've had credit cards where you spend $1, you get 2 miles on a plane, you know, stuff like that on your airliners. But of course, the airlines determine how many miles, even though they're not actual miles you get to travel. They decided how many miles they're going to take and stuff like that, or let you have.
Of course.
3 miles for travel. Then you pay the balance, whatever. So it works out though. Any kind of a deal with credit cards can help, but you have to make sure you have a low percentage on your card that you're paying them back.
That's right.
Low percentage. Otherwise, it just doesn't work out so well. You get the best deal you can. There's another thing about those cards too. You try to get no interest for 6 months, no interest for a year, something like that, when you start out with your card. And if you go for credit cards, I mostly use a debit card if I'm not using cash. So I prefer it. I think that's the best way to go. Just use a debit card. I don't like credit anymore. I have a couple cards, I'm trying to pay them off. So I'm doing pretty good on them.
Now, another thing that you can do is you can hit the lights off when you're not using them. Why light up the whole house and pay the power company when you don't really have to? I always tell my other half, I said, what are you doing? Leaving the lights on so the dog can see and read?
Yeah, right. But I agree. Just it's a room-to-room thing. Whatever room you're in, light it sufficiently. That's it. Leave the others dark. And when you get to those rooms, turn the lights on if you need to. Turn the lights off in the rooms you're leaving.
And you can make that one-time expense, okay, probably, and turn your lights over to LED. Cuts back on a lot of electric. Okay?
Yeah.
Really does.
That's economizing.
Of course, and these times today, that's what we need to do. We all need to do this, no matter what. Well, that's signing up for the rewards program, like I said before. That's a good thing. What you can also do, it's kind of silly, but unplug your chargers when you're not using them. Okay?
Yeah, I get some electricity and stuff like that.
But every little bit adds up. That's how I look at it.
I don't see how it does the charger any good to stay plugged in anyway. You probably end up buying another one after a while.
Well, some people believe that even though it's plugged in and the battery's fully charged, there's no electric going through it. That's actually a false statement. There is electric going through it, but not that much. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, as I said before, also, next point would be start saving now. I mean, get yourself some mayo jars, You could label them like house, car, education, even travel. You could do this.
Yeah.
And then, when this pandemic is over and it's all clear to travel, well, there you go. You got your traveling money for either you and the wife or however many it may be in your family. You could do that. This is the guys mostly. Start learning how to change your own oil for the family in your car. This is
that difficult thing.
Of course, you can.
Tool to undo the nut, the bolt. You can drain your oil out, put the bolt back, and put in your new oil. You can even change your own oil filter, right?
That's correct. Again, why pay the store when you can buy the parts for peanuts?
Yeah.
All right. Don't spend the money if you don't have to.
Right. So what else?
Proving the next point to you would be buying generic. It doesn't hurt. Yet I know some men and some women have to have that name brand. It all came from the same place.
Yeah, well, stores, but some of them have better generics than others. They have their own products. Won't name the stores though, but you can find out by taste. Some stores have terrible, their own brands of soups, they're terrible. But you can find other stores that will have better soups. Just try around, see what you like. Don't buy too much at once, even though it seems cheap. Unless you can return it to the store if you don't like it. Return the unused ones. Save your receipts, because you might be bringing stuff back when you're buying generic. Because a lot of generics do not taste near as good as the national brands, okay?
Also, point 19, what I like to make would be you could actually sell off your clothes that don't fit. Okay? That you could do. If you really wanted to go a step farther, you could even switch banks. Switch banks that are paying you a little more on the interest. And this goes for most guys. This next step on 21 would be learn how to sew.
Yes, good idea. I almost went for a sewing class, but I didn't. I would like to know how to sew, actually, because rather than take them to the cleaners and pay $10 here and there, for them to do that, I could economize. You could always use the money for something else, if you don't have to use it for, like, sewing and things like that.
The next point I'd like to make is On step 20.